The third method that we're going to learn, which will help us to solve quadratic equations, is the method of using the quadratic formula. So in this video we're going to be learning how to derive the quadratic formula from the general quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Alright, so we're going to be using the method of completing the square to make the value of x the subject, so that we can come out with what we call the quadratic formula. So in completing the square, remember we said that we first have to make the coefficient of x squared to be equal to 1, and I'm going to do that by dividing both sides by a. So dividing each term by a, then I'll be having x squared plus b over a of x plus c over a is equal to 0, because a into 0 gives us 0. Next, I'll take the constant term, which is c over a, and I'm going to place it to the right hand side. So placing it to the right hand side, it becomes x squared plus b over a of x is equal to minus c over a. Next, I'm going to make the left hand side to be a perfect square, and remember we said we add half of the coefficient of x squared. Now in this case the coefficient of x is b over a, and half of that is like we'll be multiplying b over a times half, right, and then squaring it. So this is half of the coefficient of x squared, which will be b over 2a squared. So that's what we'll be adding to x squared plus b over a of x to be a perfect square. So we add plus b over 2a squared. And we also do the same to the right hand side. So I'm also going to add b over 2a squared to the right hand side, because our equation must remain balanced. And this is minus c over a, which has already been there on the right hand side. Alright, and next I continue. We now have a perfect square on the left hand side. Now I'm gonna express it in the form x plus a squared, like we were talking about in the first video for completing the square. So it'll come out as x plus b over 2a squared. And simplifying the right hand side, we know that if we square b over 2a, then we'll be having b squared over 4a squared, and this is minus c over a. And we continue simplifying the right hand side. The common denominator for 4a squared and a is 4a squared, and dividing 4a squared into 4a squared, we get 1, and multiplying 1 by b squared, then we get b squared. And also dividing a into 4a squared, we get 4a, and multiplying 4a by minus c, because we have a negative number here, we get minus 4ac, right? And next I can square root both sides, and square rooting both sides, then the squared on the left hand side will be removed, so that I'll be left only with x plus b over 2a on the right hand side. Then we'll be having plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and also divided by the square root of 4a squared. 4a squared is a perfect square, so the square root of 4a squared comes out as 2a, so we'll be having over 2a. And next I'm going to take b over 2a and place it to the right hand side. So that means that when b over 2a goes to the other side, then we'll be having x will be equal to minus b over 2a becomes negative, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Alright, since we have a common denominator, we can also simplify this. The common denominator that we have is 2a, so we can also write the same right hand side in this way, where we have combined the common denominator, which is 2a. Now what we have right here is what we call the quadratic formula. This is our quadratic formula, and we have obtained it, we've derived it from the general quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, and we've been using the method of completing the square. So you should be able to do this, and you can follow this video, play it back again, so that you may learn all the stages that I took for me to reach to the quadratic formula. In the next video, we're going to be learning how to use this formula to solve quadratic equations.